Gentlemen on the left-hand side of the barrier, can you come over here, please?
Oh, John, they've ran
Okay, folks. It's always a problem for you.
Sorry, John.
The best, I left them in. Oh, you blame John again. John's to blame for because it's one of the places that we can stand at least and hope to God that we can get our voice out. If we go round to Dawson Street, we'll be in the same situation as we are here. Yes, we will, because the 10-foot barriers are the video proof here, if you don't believe me.
The whole place is blocked off.
Everywhere's blocked. Doesn't matter what street you go down, it's all blocked off. It's the same.
All the back streets that have barriers on top
Every
of the
street is
barriers.
blocked off.
But there's people down there.
You got to think about it. The people that's in power are afraid of us.
For the
They're blocking
last
us
3
off.
weeks,
They're
They're afraid.
making a fucking idiot
I
out of
sat at
If they
home
done what the
and
people
going,
wanted, they wouldn't have to have barriers, would they?
and I got an awful lot of messages from an awful lot of people saying, oh, you need to unify. Oh, you need to get Malachy Stevenson on board. Or you need to get Gavin Pepper on board. Or you need to get this one on board, or that one on board. And I'm sort of going, why? Why? They walk off from the Garden of Remembrance down to another big building that's empty, and they stand there and they're talking to an empty building going, how are you? And everybody goes home very happy. God, isn't it great to meet everybody? But the next morning, everybody wakes up and goes, what the fuck was the hell about? What did we achieve? Today, I feel, even though we're not allowed to go down there and talk to those people in our own country, on our own street, we're not allowed to go down there because the Garda Síochána, who's an English registered company, for those of you who didn't know, are now putting on a symbolic cap on their head. And they're looking after the left, the Antifa. The Antifa don't pay your wages. We do.
Exactly.
Remember, we pay your wages.
And the overtime they're getting on our expense.
Now I know it may be a tough our life, guys. Driving around in a car and pulling people for having no tax on their car, while somebody from a foreign country comes in and rapes a woman somewhere. But you don't worry about that. No, you go after the guy down the road with no tax on his car or a bald tire, and you bring him in and you make an example of him. Go and make an example of the people that are coming into this country. I'm 64 fucking years of age. And I don't know how many more years I've left of my life. But while the green blood of this country flows in my veins and through my heart and through the Irish people, I will continue to stand here or stand down there with you. Like I like to. Unfortunately, I wanted to have all these new gadgetry mics to go walk around the people. But I don't have. Now folks, there are people in there in that doll that we're paying wages for. And they don't give a rat's ass about you. They don't give a rat's ass about the Ashton Murphys of this country. They ass about the lads down in Sligo that was butchered. You don't give a rat's ass about me. Are you? None of you. I'm called, publicly called, for any member, and by Jesus, there's enough of them in there, to come out here and say, how are you, John? What can I do for you?
You're afraid of us.
What can I do for the people of this country? But no, they go in there and they'll sit in their cushy office, or they stay in the local hotel that we can't get near, or they go down to the Masonic building and they go through the fucking tunnels underground and they go into the building. They're afraid of us. They're afraid of us.
Traitors!
Because, why are they afraid of us? Very simple, because as Paul Pierce once said, we are the risen people. I'm going to revert back to other nationalists in this country. Other nationalists that over this last few weeks I've reached out to. And I said, listen guys, and probably some of you seen my video. I said, listen guys, independently, you're not a bad bunch of lads. You're doing what you think is right. Gavin Pepper, you're going out every day of the week and you're highlighting this, that, and God knows what. Well done, Gavin. Malachy Stevenson, you're paid by the bar. You know what you're about. Michael Lee, I heard him down in Galway, he shook my hand and I asked him to be here today. Derek Light, you were asked to be here today. Tom McDonald, where the fuck are you? Aaron the Nationalist, God bless that young man. He contacted me during the week and he told me of his demise. And he's a young lad that I will personally take under my wing. But he's got great heart, and he's got great spirit, and he's got great soul, and he's an Irishman.
Here.
Now I'm asking all those nationalists. Anthony Casey, where are you? Don't give me the excuse, guys, that, oh, I had to work. Don't give me the excuse, oh, I couldn't get the day off. Oh, I couldn't get a babysitter. I couldn't give a shit. You should be here. But these people that are in front of me want to see you, want to talk to you, and want to know what is the plan. I hear so much, oh, we have a plan. Wait till you hear the plan we have. It's great. I'm still fucking waiting weeks and months later for the plan.
There is no plan.
The plan is very simple.
To destroy our country.
The plan by the government in there is to drive us into the abyss and knock us for six. Fuck that, I'm not having that. Now, I know I may come across very coarse, like really hard sandpaper to try and scrub down the door till you get a nice glossy paint. Yes, I am. I'm hoarse, I'm crass, but I'm fucking Irish. Now I'm asking every nationalist party to come out here, get together. Because this thing of, oh, look at the three of us after getting together and we have a plan. Oh, there's one up in Dublin here who's reaching out to others and we have a plan. Singly, you're great. You're doing your own thing. But together, on the one page, out here, we would be fucking unstoppable. You know that, and I know that. The Irish people know that. So I'm putting that out there. As I'm from tomorrow, I want all the national parties to stop the crap. Throw your ties out of the pram and get together. Because if you don't, we are in a bad situation. Or are we? When I say are we, I have firm belief in the Irish people. If I didn't have firm belief in the likes of Orla Donoghue, Katie, any of you lads, Corky, if I didn't have, and I know I'm missing names here, but you know what I'm talking about. If I didn't have belief in you, if I didn't have belief in your tribe, I would not be here. But you are the people that's driving me. All week long, I've been driven hard by a certain lady, two ladies actually here, driven hard to make this work. And I am now publicly saying, girls, without you, I don't know if I would be here. And thank you. There's a young man coming, and I wondered where the hell you were. Dean, come here, book.
Oh.
This young man is Jake. I talked to Jake down in Sligo. And I did say to Jake, look at Jake, I wanted to speak in Dublin. And unlike others, Jake actually has arrived. Why? Because he believes in what John Malloy is about. He believes in what you people are about. Where's Tom Moran? Tom Moran is on his way. Now Tom, as you probably all know, Tom is a very personal friend of myself and very personal friend of Corky's. Tom is 85 years of age, and by God, what a man. He's driving from all the way from the back end of the bogs of Mayo to be here. That man knows more about the Constitution and the File of Ireland than I could ever read about. And I love that man, and I would stand by that man, and I will carry that man's coffin proudly when he does pass from this earth, which I hope will be another 40, 50, 60, 70 years away.
Yeah, well, I hope the girls are listening.
Sorry, I said to you in Sligo, speak from there. Speak from the heart. I believe in the youth. I believe in you. Right? So no script. Say it as it is.
Dígwich Macarja, Fermila Mogul, everyone who turned out here today. I'm here to represent young people.
Stand down a step.
I'm here to represent young people and young nationalists who I think that today's issues all across the board affect more than anyone. I'll start off with housing. So I would say today's housing issues regarding rent and property ownership stem from, if we're being honest, the fact that about a quarter of our lower house national representatives are landlords or operate rental properties. Now, people would say this is a conflict of interest. I would say it's a conflict of character. The issue isn't the fact necessarily that we elect people who are also landlords. It's that we elect officials who are greedy, selfish, and have no appreciation for those who put them in their place of privilege and power and wish to give back. The government grossly exaggerated pre-election housing estimates, saying that 60,000 houses had commenced production. But that means nothing when there's absolutely no basis as to what actually counts as meaningful construction. Or, like for example, I could put a 2x4 and a brick before me and call that a meaningful construction.
Yes.
And then give myself a well-earned pay rise and a lovely summer break. Well earned, guys, well earned. Immigration. Whenever some of our natives are able to gather up the money to purchase themselves a home, they're readily given away, often without any consultation, to foreign nationals.
Yes.
Who are often just off the boat at that. Our Minister of Justice, Jim O'Callaghan, says that he finds no issues with the streets of Dublin in regards to immigrant crime. I'm absolutely shocked that a 6'5" government official with armed security is not afraid of his safety. Has it occurred to him that the vast majority of Irish citizens are in fact not that? The Department of Justice before him was run by a woman who, despite being representative from Meath, saw the number of Gardaí in Meath go down every single year she was in office, and currently Meath has the lowest amount of Gardaí per capita of all the counties. And she now serves as the Minister of Education.
She's a
in
menace.
charge of the most vital aspect of any country, which is the youth, where she continues to push with more fervour every year this ridiculous radical left appeasement and gender politics ideology.
And her husband makes a fortune from chemical castration.
I'm sure there's no relevance whatsoever to the fact
Puberty
that her husband,
blockers.
Paul Hickey, is a senior executive at a company called AbbVie, which specialises in the production of puberty blockers.
Yes.
conflict of interest.
Follow the money is right.
All the Dáil offices are
Sorry?
just queues of fake UGs now. Not
Well
Irish.
done, you're doing
I'd
great.
just like to
Very
thank
shady.
everyone so much for coming out here today. As you know, I'm a college student myself, and it's difficult there. College is, a lot of people my age have been led the wrong way. I try my best to do what I can. I attend all these events. Yeah, I think that's pretty much all. Thanks very much, everyone, for coming out.
Sorry for putting you on the spot. For this question from home.
Thanks, Chief.
Well done. Well done. Okay, I know some people came to me today and said, can I say a few words? This is a public mic. This is not a mic that's controlled. All right? It's not a mic, it's a mic where it controls people. So anybody who wants to come forward, with 3 minutes, basically, because we want to bore everybody as such, and we have a job to do.
All right, what's the story? Right?
Ladies, gentlemen. Right, my name is Paul Wheeler. I'm a member of a group of people, Éire Arish. We have got together a group of people who has decided that we the people deserve to have our voices heard. We the people will get to have our vote. We the people, on the 21st of September, this Sunday, we are opening up a voting register for every nationalist in the island, all 32 counties, to vote for who you believe is the person that's going to bring us forward and get us out of this mess.
John!
We the people, all of us, all 32 counties, we are facilitating a method for you to vote online. The safety and the comfort of your home, where the guards won't be kicking the doors down. We the people, we will stand together. We will stand together as nationalists. We will stand together as one. We will vote for who we believe is the people who is taking care of our communities. We will get to choose. You know who these people are. You know who's working tirelessly, week in, week out, year in and year out. You know who these people are. You know who the people are that come to the rallies. And let us say, John, Anthony Casey is represented here by his representatives. Same with Gavin Pepper is represented by his representatives. But do you know who do you represent? Do you represent us, we the people? We have a vote. We have a voice, and we are going to use that voice. Sunday morning, you will get to choose who will lead us. We're going to have the Nationalist Council of Éire. We're going to have the Nationalist Council of Éire, chosen by us, all of us. We get to have our voice heard. Go to eirearish.org to register yourself to have your voice heard.
Sorry, just give me 1 second. Okay, this is not an official election like there is.
Excuse me. Hold up. People, please. Please, everybody. Give me 1 second. This gentleman is here, and this lady is here to speak to you. Please give them that dignity. Whether you believe or whether you don't believe, you have the right to say what they're saying. Thank you. Just respect. Let's a little bit of respect, everybody.
Hi, everybody. My name's Colleen Jast. I'm usually on Mega Era with Off-Grid Ireland. I, myself, Paul, and another lady called Sandra have decided to basically form the National Council of ERA. It's not an official election. It has nothing to do with the government, nothing to do with the police, nothing to do with your councillors. Everybody around you has the same opportunity as anybody else. What we want is the people who are out the front all the time, taking all the shit, posturing, whatever way you want to look at it. We don't want them. We want the people at the back, pushing from the back. The people whose ideas get us where we are today. People like John Malloy, people like the people in your communities who are bringing you here today. That's who we want up the front. So you have an opportunity now. You don't have to vote for somebody in your county. You can vote for anybody nationwide, and that includes the North. This council will be formed, so have your say. We already have 12 people who have declared. A lot of them are outside of our group. This has gone nationwide already. Have your say. Hang on a second. So this is not an official election, as I said. It has nothing to do with the government. You literally go onto the website eraarish.org and you vote for whoever you want to see on this council. Those people are now responsible to the people in their county, and they will be held accountable if they do not do what they are asked to do or what they are voted in to do. They will be held accountable by the people under them who got the next few votes, who are waiting to get into that council. If you are not leading from the front or pushing from the back, we don't need you, we don't want you. If you cannot raise your voice for Ireland, don't raise it in disdain at us either. This is ridiculous. It is time for people to stand up and take control of their voices. And the only way that is done is by electing 64 people to go head to head with that Dáil. And we all know, if we got 64 representatives from any community, you could stand on a platform and say, we'll take any of your ministers against any of our lads in a debate. And you tell me what the public will think then, when our needs are put first. That's what they need to hear, and that's what we need to push out. So it's as simple as that. Log on to Era Arish on Sunday. Vote for who you want to see from your community put forward, and then push them. Make them accountable. Bring your thoughts to them. Bring your fears. Bring what you want to see in your community. And if they do not do what they're supposed to be doing, that's the end of it. And we have one less whatever to worry about. And the real community, the real people pushing this actually get a say. But it's not going to work with all the infighting and all the crap. And as far as I'm concerned, something like this shows you who people are. It shows you, if you put yourself forward, you have a want for this country. You know, and it's not going to be just everybody voting and just say, for argument's sake, Anthony Casey. I want to see who's behind Anthony Casey. I want to see who's behind Justin Barrett, who's giving them all these ideas. So, I don't care if Justin Barrett got bashed last week. How is that a good thing? How is that a good thing? It's not a good thing. Let's go ask them. I'm trying to speak here. I'm trying to speak here. I leave it at that, John. Thanks very much.
Sorry, off grid. Colleen. Go and ask her the question, sir. Listen, can you come down for a minute? Just come down for 1 minute. Okay, listen, we need a bit. Yeah, I know you want to speak, I know that. Just a little bit of respect, everybody. That lady got up here to voice what she feels is right. I get up to voice what I feel is right. Collie will get up and he'll voice what he's right. Alan Fagan the same. So we have to show each other the respect that people are getting up there and doing what you're doing, getting out in the street and putting their voice and their feet on the pavement. I think it's only right. Alan Fagan, where are you? Alan Fagan, where are you? Colleagues, don't tell me fuck off. Yes, it's a public mic and he will be allowed to speak. I should tell you what, I'll go first. Colleague. I agree. Okay. But relax. I know you well now, right?
How are you, folks? Sorry, I'm only going to take 2 minutes as well. My first protest was in 2008, ironically. See the building down here, see where that couple standing on the steps in? The next building after that is called the Bagger Street Hotel. And the IMF were coming in here in 2008, right? And back in the day, before social media, before Facebook, before Instagram, before all the fucking chats that you had to organise anything in a heartbeat, right? Back then, YouTube was the way forward. And you indicated on YouTube you're going to protest, we give the thumbs up. 18,000 people gave an indication they were going to that protest, 12 people turned up. Do you know what I mean? That's the state of affairs at the moment. See all these people in the crowd, no, we're not going to get anywhere if we don't unite as one. And all we're going to say here, if something doesn't give by the end of this year, 2025, by December 2025, I'm walking away from protest forever because I'm fucking around 19 years. I hit the headlines, somebody's waiting for them to call him against my name. Right? I hit the headlines of the water protest, the High Court case named after me, and got injunctions. Occupied Moore Street, occupied Apollo House, took 60 apartments out of Phoenix. I've done fucking everything under the sun. I've an iPad centre occupied full of Irish homeless people over the year. And, do you know what I mean? Who else is doing shit like that in the country? I'm up to the neck. There's only so many people can do this shit, right? But all I want to say is, right, we can come to this fucking street, I'm doing it 19 years, for another 19 years, but I'm not doing it anymore. The only way we're going to stop this invasion is by going to the heart of the fucking problem. And when he's realised that and accept it or not, it's unused. We need to go to Belfast Port and block the fucking port and shut the port down. We stop the fucking traffic. All these cunts getting in here in the buses. We're never going to stop this fucking invasion. The only way we're going to stop it is fucking united. See all this people and he said, she said, we're not being disrespectful. We need to give each other a chance to speak. We haven't people someone saying them out. See all this shit online, spraying people about, spraying minds about people online. That's getting us fucking nowhere. We need to fucking focus where we came together. We came together in this country to fight the common enemy. And the common enemy is in that fucking place against the house. And they're fucking laughing at every fucking one of us. Because our numbers are dwindling, because the infighting and all the fucking bitching, it has to fucking stop. And all you come to the realisation, we're never going to stop this invasion. I'm going to say it again. When we go to Belfast Port, get organised, go to Belfast Port and stop every fucking bus coming down. Even Helen McAtee said it, that 88% of them are coming down to the north. So we can run around like head the chickens all we want for the next fucking 19 years if you want it. I won't be doing that. After December this year, I'm walking away to protest for good. And I've done, if anyone that knows that it's in the know knows what I've done. I've done me being thinking of Paul. Them lads are doing fucking great work. And Leon, loads of people, I'd like to commend a lot of people here that are doing great work. Keith, until they said no. Warren, fucking Pascal, Alan, John, fair play to everyone, Tinker, Paul, everyone that's doing their bit, everyone out there that I know, everyone that's doing their bit for the country, fair fucking play to well done. You know, you don't get all this fucking, you know, the tanks down the fucking Malachy's marches, you know what I mean? You don't get it, and the police and microphones and all this fucking shit. And then you have 365 iPad centres went in on his watch. You know what I mean? He's getting paid twice, off the fucking bar, and then fucking paid as a politician. And he doesn't want to buy hard enough. I tell you what, I'll fucking buy hard enough. I'm ready for war. That's what I'm ready for. Don't be willing to fucking take the risk to go to jail where I was twice last year. We're not going to get anywhere. You got to take a step. If you really want to stop this, be willing to take a fucking charge. Be willing to go to court. Be willing to take an injunction. I've had it all. This time last year, 22 last year, I was saying a speech just like this. Be willing to take a charge. Be willing to go to jail. That night, they ran me with a guard car at a fucking protest at Summer Hill. Some of you may have seen that. They whacked me out with the Sunday World Far Right protest and all this fucking shit. Came out of teeth. I was skin tick at the rhino. The lefties have called me everything under the sun. I'm still here. There's not many people around. Like myself because of the abuse you get online. But I couldn't give a fiddler's. All I know is what I'm doing with my hat, so I was right. I'm a 2-year-old child, and I do not want to round up this fucking bullshit show that's going on at the moment. And it's up to fucking each and every one of you put your pictures aside and unite and go to Belfast Port. And I'm hoping John might, with a little look, take on board what I'm fucking saying here, because the eyes are on John. During the war protest, the eyes are on me. I've been hacked out 20 different Facebook accounts. I've had fucking 26 phones seized off me by the guards, 26 raids, 5 false wells. And you put your balls online like me, fucking antagonise and destroy your life. We just keep going. Jail doesn't faze me. Seriously, put your fucking business to it. And let's go to Belfast Port. And I hope John called us. Instead, back in the war protest with a massive follow. We put a post on Facebook, 600 people sharing 2 minutes. Well, here I am. If you want to follow me again, I'm on TikTok, the Irish Patriot. Number 7, the Irish Patriot on fucking X. If you want changes in this country, seriously, we can do this for another 19 years. I'm not doing any fucking more. There's a sign over there, Blessing says no. I started Blessing says no. That was my idea to start that competition, you know. Q-Lock says no, I was dating day 1 in case you don't know who I fucking am, right? Buddy Owen says no, I was dating day 1 with the lads here, people like Paul verified that. And then fucking Dundalk says no, I was dating day 1 as well. And it was the lots of people like yourself that encouraged the people in them areas to start all these fucking, you know, the resistance in the air to stop the invasion, do you know what I mean? But look, as I said, if we don't block Belfast Park before the end of the year, you won't see the looks of me going down. I guarantee you loads of people. And look, the reason why the numbers are small here today is because people are sick and tired of coming back. I don't disrespect the John. People are sick and tired of coming back to this fucking place. I've been doing it 19 years, and I can tell you what, I'm fucking burnt out doing it, man. I've had over 400 false charges put against me. Lie after lie after lie with the police because I'm doing exercise my constitutional right to protest. I'm not fully entitled to do that. But when you do stick your fucking balls in line like I do, you want to be prepared for what they do with the state. They're evil, dirty, horrible bastards. Look what he done to Morris McCabe and all the whistleblowers who exposed the corruption in the gas. This is the most fucking corruption country in the world as far as I can see. And look at, as I said, I'm going to finish now. You've got to unite people, put your differences aside, and let's go to Belfast Port. As I said, I'll fucking call it in October. If John wants to call it officially here, the eyes are on John at the moment. You know what I mean? People come and go in the music and all the rest. But look at, I'm not doing anything else when we go to Belfast Port and we block Belfast Port. Think about it. We're going to stop 88% of these degenerates, rapists, pedophiles getting in attacking our women and children. And that's what it's all about. For all the people watching these streams here at the moment, I'm not fucking racist. I couldn't give a fiddler's what country I'm from. I honestly couldn't give a fiddler's. At the moment, I'm in this phone. There are too many people in the country. Call me fucking racist for that if you want it. I don't give a fuck. I wear me badge proudly. But to be concerned about women and children being attacked is not racist or fascist either. Do you know what I mean? It's happening a lot. It's happening all over the place. Women and children are being attacked all over the place. 220 stabbings there was this fucking year by migrants. 120 last year. It's doubling. It's nearly doubling so far. When are we going to fucking stop it? When are we going to say enough's enough? I fucking said it the last 19 years. We're just waiting for the right people to get on board and do what needs to be done. So look, I'm going to leave it at that, folks. I'd
love to open up on this discussion. By God, you can speak. Well done, buddy. Tom Moran from Mayo. Please, everybody, give a bit of respect to one of the eldest statesmen that I know. Tom Moran. God bless you, my friend. I love you to bits.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's great to be in Dublin. People of Dublin and some people from the province. As I say, this was once a great city, but they've turned it into a sewer. They have offended the dignity of our people. And most of all, the man who died for this country, who gave us birth, Warwick H. Pierce. And I will quote the lines from this era in English, not to be showing off any Irish Australia. I am Ireland. I am older than the old woman of Bear. Rate my glory, I who bore Cuchulainn the brave. Rate my shame, my own sons who stole their mother. I am Ireland. I am lonelier than the old woman of Bear.
We should all listen to that man speaking.
Asperger. Misha era, Shinane non Palioch Bear. More Mahlor, may the Roku Colin Kroga. More Manoir, Bachlan Frain the Ila Wahir. Misha era, Wagnig me.
Go on, Tommy.
Palioch Bear. Now I have a few quotes.
Go on, Tommy.
So it's great to be with the people of Dublin, and especially I would like to say a great word of gratitude to the people of the East Wall, who when they were dumped on decided we're not having this. And the rest of the country need to wake up. Your country has been stolen. They're driving us on the road to slavery, not just famine, but slavery. Electronic control, total control, and we have all kinds of muck going along with it without thinking. The future for us is bleak unless we wake up. I just leave it there. It's time for this nation to rise and to take on, and take on these arrogant, self-serving people. They pretend to be Irish. They're doing their best to punish the people. We had penal laws, my God, and we had black and tans. But look what we're parading now. Much more repressive than before. When Pierce rose up in 1916 with his comrades Tom Clark and Connolly, and all those fine, honourable men. They fought against the British Empire. Now we have Mr. Martin marching us into another empire to fight for Europe against the Russians. I have no appetite as a person to attack any country. Our role in the world is peaceful, not warfaring. But this is what Mr. Martin's plans are. We dress up all our young people in uniforms, give them arms, and go off and kill. And look what's happening in Gaza for God's sake. The fifth commandment, thou shalt not kill. Some of those people are so thick they don't even understand what that means.
Stupid.
Our sympathies to the people naturally go out to the people of Palestine. And also remember the fact that this benevolent government proposed we change Article 41 of the Constitution. Would any self-serving, protective government try to offer you something that lowered our status as citizens under a constitutional referendum? And we were lucky that the majority of our people saw the truth and we held our constitutions. These people breach the Constitution practically every day. The end of the provisional government statement was cherishing all the children of the nation equally. Do you think these shower of hypocrites down here are concerned about looking after all the children of the nation? From the foundation of the state, they didn't care. They formed an elitist, one-party government. This is not a democracy. This is a totalitarian state. It is like, it's worse than a dictatorship. And we are out to change it. And I refer back to my fellow countryman, Mr. Michael Davitt of the Land League. And his slogan was, the land for the people. And I refer to what he said. He said, the power of the people is supreme. And the most important thing here is unity. We stand like the Polish people did in Gdansk against the Russians. They had the word solidarity, and that union of people broke the will of the Russians, and that takes some doing. But coming down again, the COVID-19 outbreak is something that needs to be addressed. Many people have died and been injured and are continuing to be invalided because of that vaccine. This can only be interpreted by the state and its propaganda agencies, RTE and News Talk, giving us shots, or what do you call them? Jabs. These jabs were mass murder, attempted murder, and have to be addressed. And a public forum will have to be convened as soon as we have the opportunity of changing this irresolute, useless parliament.
Here, here.
Good man.
Here, here. Well done.
Down the country, we have seen the effects of this great government. They closed our rural Garda station, which are very important to people living in the country. They shut down one major Irish manufacturing industry, coal of Secret area. Many Americans have had to emigrate because of the move. But the smart politicians of Leinster House and the cohort.
They're not fucking smart, by the way. They're stupid.
They managed to give away our share in Aer Lingus. We didn't notice this, but they privatized what we built. Aer Lingus was a proud carrier of our national airline. Now it's under IAG, I think. All this government is doing, and I address you all, and I address the Gardaí as well. The business of this government is going to use everybody to their advantage. They will ask you to serve, but when you have served, you'll be tossed away like a piece of paper. That's what they will do with you too. We urge you to come with us, because we are fighting for your cause as much as our own. We want peace with our neighbours, with our Garda, our police force. But we have no time with politicians and Pierce called them, what did you say? Liars, hypocrites. That's what he called them. I will read a few lines to finish because I'm going a bit now. And I say to my people's master, beware, beware of the risen people. Beware, he said, for they shall take what ye would not give.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is Sir Tom Moore. Tom Moore. It's my pleasure. It's my honor to be in your presence. And I shall, till the end of my days, fight what you have fought. And I will try my damnedest to get the risen people to rise and rise for some time more. Tom, I love you, man. God bless you.
Excuse me, folks.
If there ever was a president to be in Ireland, that's the man you should vote for.
What's his name? Hey, John. What's his name?
Third Power, where are you?
Hey, John. No, this fella here in the suit. I don't know.
Third Power, Morcara. Give me 1 second, I have to do this. Third Power, Morcara. Welcome on board. All right. I'll hold this for you. We'll do it tonight.
How's it going, everyone? The little girl on this part, Mouse is now at home with Ava O'Brien. She should have been 17 on the 10th of March this year. Instead, she's 3 years gone today. And in the words of her father, she was murdered by Pfizer and was sanctioned by the Irish state. Alright? Over 25,000 in excess mortality in this country. Not to mention the people that are left without any quality of life whatsoever. Alright? And not many people are speaking out about it. So I'm saying to people today, there's big platforms over here. We all know about illegal immigration. We see it in our faces every day of the week, all right? All these illegal immigrants will be sent home. This little girl is never coming home again, all right? Start speaking up and start speaking out and bring to the fucking monsters in that door that pushed it, that pushed that poison, all right? Justice for Ava, justice for all.
Very good, it's been a pleasure to meet you. Thank you. That's what this is all about. This is about genuine people getting up on a podium and having to shake hands with people and telling their story. Not about politicians coming up and going, oh, we can save the country. It's about people like Ferg. It's about people like you. Sorry.
Hi folks, my name is David Grange. I'm from Edenmore, North Dublin. Since 2016, I've been advocating for the revival of the community games in North Dublin, predominantly council estates and nationwide, and been shut down and stonewalled by local council, government officials, all the portfolios incorporated, Minister of Health, Sport, Media, a whole lot. We couldn't conjoin forces and help me promote the revival of it. All you have to do is ask the questions in communities that have been excluded for 45 years, creating intergenerational problems, justifying quangos to come in and fix the issues that get created by socially excluding you, including the need for more Garda, for example. So, like, all I'm asking is for people, they haven't listened to my proposals for 10 years. I've been doing this since 2016. They haven't listened to my proposals. They're not willing to revive the community games, to put it in the areas that desperately need it. They're being socially excluded. That's social exclusion, that's discrimination. For the definition, that shouldn't be happening. So they're not going to do it. We're going to have to do it ourselves. So go home, research, just Google the community games, download an application form, get your 6 members of your community to create a small committee, get them vetted, encompass your area with a pen on a map, register that area. So if you're living in a state like Edinburgh or a council estate, whatever, just draw a line around the estate, and every kid in that estate then competes for that area. And that's how it happens across the city, across the nation, across everywhere. The predominantly affluent areas have been taking advantage of community games for the last 45 years, since 1967. When it was incepted. It's mass funded. The community games is funded by Cairn Homes at the minute at 3 million. Before that was Aldi at 3 million. There's plenty of money there, plus it's an NGO, it's funded by the state already. We should be taking advantage of it. We should be steering our kids on different paths going forward in the future to make them stronger, more confident, more physiological, psychological benefits, and steer them out of the intergenerational problems that they just want to, like the Citizens' Assembly. How do we fix this bullshit? You know how to fix it. Like Niall Boylan on the radio. You think that's the silver bullet? 2017. Next caller, please. Like, these bullshit artists protect the fucking scenario. Like, you want to keep the perpetual wheel going around, the NGO sector to come in, keep fulfilling the next generation of NGOs. My son's going to come in and work in the NGO. My daughter's going to. We need intergenerational problems. Fuck them and their intergenerational problems. And fuck them and there for not helping and not trying to fucking resolve the issue and steer the youth in a different direction for the future, for everyone's benefit. To cut everything down, drugs, mental problems, drink, alcohol, suicide, the fucking lot, every spectrum. Them fuckers perpetuate it in there. And they fucking know what they're doing, because I have all the records from 2016, emails from fucking every fucking minister and every councillor in the area. So enough's enough. Go home and Google, if you don't mind, the registration on the community games, and spread the word and get your kids involved. And there's 45 events in the community games: singing, dancing, drama, acting, debating, all the sports, 5-a-side, soccer, GAA and hurling. Easy to get a team together, easy to get it, competing. And it's steer the direction. And Niall Boylan said it's not the silver bullet. But if they had been kids being helped promote it on the radio in 2017, like Niall Boylan said, it's not the silver bullet, and hung up on me. And next caller, please. There's 10 years of kids being socially excluded in that specific area, and he didn't promote it. And that is on his fucking head. And he won't let me on his radio station now to talk about it after he promised me after the meeting, and the QLOC says no at the election, because he read for office. Shut fucking down with that snake. So just go home, please, if you don't mind. Download the registration form, get your area complete, get involved, and steer the next generation, like that gentleman just said, for the kids of the world, for the future. Even Charlie Kiggs, business partner, says to Benny Johnson, he says, what do you think his legacy was like? He says, for the kids' futures, his kids' futures, for the grandkids' futures. It's the future of any nation is the kids. We have to steer this ship in a different direction. And they're not going to do it for us, we're going to have to do it. Thanks very much for your time. God bless. And good luck.
It's much more late than you think. Hold on.
It's much more late than you think. Your country is under occupation. Directors, your country's gone. Right across Europe, they're invading it. They're destroying it. They own the banks. They own the media. And whether it's England or America or any other, New Zealand, Australia, it's all the same. It doesn't matter that it's Ireland. We are being destroyed. All the governments have been taken over. They're all taking orders from a script. The country is owned by the banks, which are owned by one type of person. You can guess who they are. They have forced the juice into people's arms. They down there are criminals. They're not only criminals, they're murderers. The children are dying and people are dying every day. They wear their suits and they try to speak in a sanctimonious way. They're nothing but murderers. They kill the people and they're killing the children and they're dying every day of heart attacks, of cancer and of clots. They're nothing but murderers. And the police stand there, they were force injected too. They don't know if they're going to drop tomorrow. They're planning to bring in another 8 million more. 8 million more. Where they're going into the homes. They're going into your house because they're going to start with holidays. holiday homes. Then they're going to start with old people's homes. And then they're going to start empty rooms. And you're all getting them into your house whether you like it or not. The ID means you won't be able to do anything. It's going to be attached. It's going to be attached to the banking system and it's going to be switched off. In England, one fella asked, how is the digital ID going to be attached to the banking system? And the banks answered the bank, we're not going to tell you because it will have a chilling effect. It will control everything. Money is going to be invalidated after a certain period of time. It's going to be, it doesn't have an expiration date on it. They're going to control everything. They're going to control food, put you in 5K zones, digital prisons. They're all going to do it for the drip, drip, drip. And you're not going to vote your way out of it because it's rigged. It's a rigged system. The only people that can take over the Irish themselves, they're going to have to take the country back physically and by force. And this is all sure because sometimes you have to fight for freedom and you have to die for freedom because if you don't, you're going to die anyway because they're planning a war in Ukraine. And they're signing away the triple lock. And all across Europe, they've signed in the draft and conscription. And they're going to bring them out the middle of the countryside and kill them with drones. Under the excuse of a war. Under the excuse of famine. Under the excuse of pandemic. Under the excuse of climate change. North Point for the atmosphere. Everything justified with lies. All lies. But if you surrender your freedom, you're going to lose it. This is tyranny. And you're going to have to fight it. Because if people don't wake up, and you'll have to wake up within the next year because they're nearly ready. You won't be able to go on the internet. AI is going to censor everything you say. It's much worse than you think.
It's a holy war.
There is. The man says it's a holy war. There is a satanic element to this.
Satanic.
Much of this is in the Bible, even though I wouldn't have said it.
Islam and Christian.
Much of it is there. There is truth to it. We are going to be destroyed, as is all Europe. It's the plan. They plan to wipe out billions of people, and if you're in any doubt, they had a good chance get you all with the juice in your arm. 90% they got. And they're coming back with more. Because under the pandemic treaty, they've taken away your rights. 193 countries, including that one up there, signed away your rights. That now, in one movement, in lockstep, they have to give everyone the juice. By force, you won't be able to say no. And they give you what they want, remove you from your house. This is the plan. By famine. By war, by collapse. They're going to control everything and they plan to wipe you all out. All across Europe is in the same. You're under tyranny. You have to get yourself out of this. They do it by the towers as well. Those towers are weapons if they're turned up blue. People are asleep. And they're going to wake up, but it doesn't matter. If you feel that you're in a dangerous position, but either way you're not going to last. They're going to wipe billions of people out. You only have to look at the logic. There is nothing wrong with the weather. There is no pandemic. And the people that they brought over here from the Middle East, let's just go with that. They bombed Jordan. They bombed Iraq, Iran. They bombed the whole lot. They have no homes. And then when they can't live there, they finance them to come here. They planned it. We are to be it's weaponized migration. It's not all their fault. They were collapsed and they were brought here. And they will take over. That's if they live long enough, but they're only being used to wipe the Europeans out. And Ireland better wake up, and all those people walking around as if there's no problem, with snivelling looks in their faces and smirks on their faces. Very shortly, those smirks will be knocked off your face, because you don't realise that out there, they're all actors, and they know exactly what they're doing. They're in lockstep to lock you down, to lock you in, to put you in 5 pay zones, to put the juice in your arm by force, to take your freedom away, to take your cars, to take your homes. And that's what's coming, and that's the truth.
Thank you. Thank you to the I know we're quite a slightly disposal. Please bear with us. There are people who want to speak, and unfortunately, we're running time. So,
we have all the time in the world. These schools are going nowhere.
It's great to see the people that did turn up here today. I'm not worried about who didn't. But what I did see when we turned the corner up the road there and then turned the corner here, the government have sent the Gardaí out to discriminate against us as Irish people, not allowing us to travel down to the Parliament, to the Dáil, to have our say. If there was 5 times as many people here waving Palestinian flags, they would get the red carpet down to them gates. And there's no doubt about that. Now, you can ask any Muslim this and they won't be able to answer you. Our Lord Jesus Christ is mentioned 25 times in the Quran. Muhammad is mentioned only twice. There's one woman mentioned in the Quran, Maryam, Our Lady. And Muhammad is only mentioned twice in the whole of the Quran. And I can be fact-checked on that. But what I'm seeing in Ireland at the minute is a complete and utter disregard for us as natives. The Gardaí have been sent out to discriminate against us and stop us having free passage down to the Dáil Éireann, where our voices should be heard by the elected representatives down there. Most of them weren't actually elected, they were placed. They were placed. And then we look at the presidential election. And somebody mentioned to me about spoiling my vote. And I thought, why would I do that? But it makes sense. If enough of us spoil our vote, it sends them a message that we don't actually give a fuck who the president is. You know, Mairead McGuinness was the front runner. But Mairead McGuinness then got a story leaked that she collected €800,000 for a building that she already owned in rent. But then she must have got a headache with that because she went off sick and dropped out of the race. Then we have Maria Steen, who is a conservative Christian, and she can't get the nominations. And I would like to ask the elected reps in Fingal and Dublin City Council, why did they nominate a candidate for the president? Now, Conor McGregor put his name in the hat, and people have a thing about Conor McGregor. But look at what Peter Mandelson was doing with Jeffrey Epstein. Keir Starmer's right-hand man. You have a look at Helen McEntee. Now, when I did my video to Donald Trump on Ash Wednesday, and I went on Good Friday to post that, the powers that be in Drogheda decided to put Helen McEntee in my path, hoping that I would give her some kind of abuse. I kept my mouth shut because I'm not fucking stupid. She was standing there without a guard near her, no security, no nothing, and expected me to open my mouth like a gobshite and get arrested, pinned to the ground. But that didn't happen. I went to the post office and I posted me letter. You know, what I see now in this country, right? There was a chap there, the young man that spoke there about housing. Well, the reality of housing is we have 4 migrants crossing the border for every single house completion. Now, the Gardaí should be listening to this as well, because I'm sure you just want to get on the property ladder someday. But it's impossible. If you're Irish, you're Paddy last. Now, if 90% of migrants crossing the border are scammers, they're getting 18 houses. That's the way you look at it. They're getting 18 out of every 20 houses. And the other 2 houses going to the actual refugees. The Irish are Paddy last and everything. But I'm not putting up with it. I've used up most of my holidays from work to turn up to these events. And I keep doing it until I've no holidays left. But the numbers are dwindling. And it doesn't help if we get up here and start slagging each other off. That's not what it's about. I'll mention the presidential race, the only 3 to get a candidate.
It's about when you have, like,
when people enter politics, right, look at it this way. Everybody enters politics with the best of intentions. Then they join a party and then they get told what they can and cannot do. So their conscious thinking is taken away from them. Any way of critical thinking is taken away from them. When I was in school, the teacher would put a question to the class and everybody would have an opinion. Everybody was entitled to their opinion because we critically thought about the problem. We used our brains, but now it's indoctrination in all of our third level education. I have 2 nieces going to UCD and I support their bus fares, but they're woke. They're woke. It's not their fault. They went to college and got woke. And that's what's happening countrywide. A leftist agenda is what's in play. And what I'd like to do is, I'd like to set up a GoFundMe to send the Queers for Palestine over to visit Gaza. Any money that's raised that's not used by the Queers for Palestine without a nationalist movement. And that's what I'm going to do in the next week. So we'll see where that goes. We'll see how many takers we have on the Queers for Palestine want to go over to Gaza and play nurse and doctor. Because that's what they want to do. All we can do is keep turning up here, keep voicing our opinions, and hopefully someday they'll be heard. We know that the media is all woke left. They won't give us a platform. So the best platform we have is X, TikTok, Facebook, WhatsApp, and whatever other thing, Telegram. And the other thing, the lies that were told in the last week. Simon Harris, there was apparently bomb threats made to certain Garda stations. Well, I didn't know that you could actually ring a landline off Telegram, because you actually can't. So that was a psyop. Same as the vaccines were a psyop. Actually, the COVID was the psyop, and the vaccines were the bioweapon. You know, I wanted to take a case of coercive control against this government between the year 2020 and 2023, when they coerced the population into taking an experimental drug that has killed many, over 25,000. Now, there's Stephen Donnelly. Stephen, you're responsible for rolling out the vaccines. Shame on you! Shame on you! You absolute threat!
And you're not standing there protecting that.
The government coerced the control and they brought in a law in 2021, and that was coercive control, because they'd locked everybody down. They'd locked people up that don't normally, every man and woman, no matter whether they live together or they're just sharing the property. Every man, woman, and other, we take it other, right? But every man and woman were locked down together. They hadn't got their outlets. They couldn't go fishing. They couldn't go to the game of golf. They couldn't go to the pub. And then they started having infight, domestics. So the government brought in coercive control, and I'd like to beat them with their own stick for coercive control of the Irish population and proposing everybody take this vaccine to save your granny. You wanted us all to save our grannies. Well, they were killing them off with midazolam and remdesivir in the nursing homes. How many nursing homes turned into iPad centres? Ask yourselves that. Because they're scum. They're absolute scum. And the only voice we have is when we rock up with a speaker and a microphone and a few people that's willing to listen. But I'd be worried if I was standing on that side of the barrier too. Because the government don't care about you. They don't care about you cards and uniform. None of you. That government doesn't care. We care. Because you're Irish people. So stop fighting us and join us. Join with us. We'll fight for you. That's what we're doing. I leave it at that. Thanks very much to everyone that turned up today. Thank you.
Alan has helped me out all this last week. I've been bending in his ear left, right and centre. And I don't apologise, Alan, because you're a man of this country. Folks, I'm going to wrap it up. Because I know you have all homeless to go to and all that goes to that. And believe it or not, I have to actually go out to Clondalkin now in a few minutes to my two daughters, who are going away for a wee break, but they've had a bit of a rough few months. And I'm actually taking their two dogs down to Donegal for the week. So wish me friggin' luck with that. In the meantime, there's one gentleman here that wants to say hello. Gonna come up here beside me? But before you do, can I just say one thing and then you can wrap it up, all right? Everybody, I am John Malloy. I want you to remember that name. Because going forward, I am not going to sit down on this. We have a fight on our hands, and I can see by today's turnout, the ones that don't want to fight with the John Malloys of this country. The ones that have turned their back on me. The ones that have said all along, yes, John, we'll be there on the day, but they're not here. And you know what? Thanks for not being here. Because I tell you why. The crew that are here are more solid as a people than those who are not here could ever pretend to be. So the next rally that you guys call, will the John Malloys be at that rally? Do you know why? I actually will. Because I'll stand with the fellow Irish people, not with the people that are calling the rallies like the Malachy Stevensons, the Derek Blythes and that. But I will stand with you fellow patriots that believe in me and what I'm doing. That's simple. And I cannot express in my own words how humble I am to be with you. How humble I am to be with the Tom Moores and everybody else that's here. I am blessed. I am blessed with a breath in my body to be able to talk to you, and be able to walk with you, and be able to shake hands with you. And I go home this evening going, fuck it, that was worth it because I met some beautiful people. Thank you. From my heart. Thank you. Excuse yourself, kind of, sir, and tell us what you're about.
Yes. It's all on me, Leon Bradley from English Says No Group. We've had a great success of things to stop the 3 class centres just by going for the greedy people that are pocketing the money. These are the people, our own people, that are destroying our own communities and towns all over here. They need to be stopped and approached. And outside our businesses, the homes, protest outside peacefully, as it says. Now, this flag above me, this is my flag. That's your flag. It's not their flag. This represents territory, he says. Of course it does. It represents our territory, the territory of Ireland, our country. And it won't be tarnished by yous getting sold to the European Union for scraps.
Here, here.
Now, the electedist party are here today to stop us from approaching the door. Well, they can't stop us approaching their offices or their homes. So let me tell you this, we are coming right now. You can't hide, you can't run, we're coming for you. All stick together. Unity is what's needed to beat these pigs. Not you. You should be on this side of the fence. You know what's going on.
They're only kids.
You have no homes, you have kids too. It's up to you to stand up against these people in that building as well. We need unity, and we need it now. These are our flags, and this is our country. The people that spilled blood for us to have freedom today, they need to be remembered, treasured forever. This is Christian country, exactly, and should stay that way. Thanks everybody today for coming. Well done, everyone.
The risen people. Lastly but no means leastly, Miguel. This lady has been working tirelessly, as you all know, and I'm privileged to even know you. Thank you.
I know people are tired. I know people have a long trip home for some. So we might finish off with a little fairy story. And it's called The Emperor Has No Clothes. Once upon a time, in a land far, far away, there was an emperor. But he wasn't a wise emperor. He was a greedy, selfish little emperor. And worse than that, he was a very unwise little emperor. And one day, two scallywags, we like the old scallywags, came to visit the emperor. And the emperor was known for loving his clothes. And the two scallywags said, "Oh, we can make you the most beautiful clothes." Now, it's going to cost a lot of money, but money is no option. And they said, the only problem with these new clothes, only the wise people can see these clothes.
So that's it, folks. They're wrapping it up. So am I. I'm going to leave it at that.
Go ahead. And
Thanks for watching.
So there are two